Hey there, friends. If you're new here, my name is Sanglesaur, and today I want to go over what are the favorite gifts for all of the different cute animals in Disney Dreamlight Valley, as well as how to feed them. Some of them are a little particular. Let's get right into it. Before we can start, we have to get all of the favorite gifts together so that we have them when we're running around the valley. So this is the list of items that we're going to get together before we even go and search for these cute little creatures. So since I'm right here at my house, I'm going to start off by running over to Remy's restaurant. Over at Remy's restaurant, I will go ahead and grab up the peanuts that we'll give to the squirrel, as well as make any 5-star food that I have the ingredients for to give to the ravens that are up in the Forgotten Lands. I decided on the gingerbread house. Isn't it cute? After leaving Remy's restaurant, I decided to run up into the Forest of Valor and grab up some blueberries to feed to the raccoons. And then I went up into the Frosted Heights to catch the white sturgeon for the fox. Now, the white sturgeon in Frosted Heights, it's available at any time, I do believe. But you do have to find red bubbles, which sometimes are a little difficult to come across. I hung out up there for a while and just kind of had to wait until they appeared. After catching the sturgeon, I'm going to head down to Dazzle Beach to fish up some seaweed. Now, the best way to catch seaweed is actually not to fish in the bubbles. If you just fish out in an open area in the water, you have a higher chance of catching seaweed. And while I'm down on Dazzle Beach, I do spot a sunflower over by the Mystic Cave entrance. So I'm going to grab that as well while I'm there. My next stop was going over to the Glade of Trust to catch a lobster to feed to the crocodile. Now, just like the white sturgeon, you do need to find a red fishing area within the water anywhere to catch the lobster. After snagging the lobster, I go ahead and run up into the Peaceful Meadow where I grab a carrot from Wally's garden, and the rest of the items are all flowers, which are really easy to go around and find in the world. Now, that is the green passion lily, which I can't find the footage of when I grabbed it, but I must have grabbed it while I was up in the Frosted Heights, but that's where you can find it. And then up in the Sunlit Plateau, you can find the pink house leek, the red bromelade, and the pink bromelade, which are all different items that you need to feed certain sunbirds. Now, the next step is to go around and feed them. So you're going to want to make use of your collections tab. And the reason for this is not all animals are going to be available on certain days, like not all the colors. Like the sunbirds are not going to be all on the same day. Some of the foxes are only certain times. I believe the red fox is very specific. So just check this. If there's any that you're missing, you can be sure to try to see if you can catch them that day when you're playing. And as you can see, there's quite a bit that I still do not have. So don't worry if you don't have a ton of them yet. I have a lot of time in this game. I'm actually going to go ahead and check that real quick. But yeah, don't worry about it if you don't have a ton of them yet. So at the time of recording this voiceover, I have 105 hours played in this game. And as you can see, there's a ton that I still haven't done yet. I'm slowly working on it. So don't rush, just enjoy the game. Now, I've already befriended the emerald sunbird with the green passion lily, but I'm going to go ahead and show you. They are super easy to approach. Sometimes they'll fly a little bit, but they're one of the easier ones to grab and give a gift to. So a lot of times when you give them gifts, they will drop a little yellow bag for you. Now, I do believe at the time of me recording this, I think I had already gifted both the emerald and the red sunbirds today. So they didn't drop any more yellow bags for me this time around. My next stop, I headed up into the Forgotten Lands to feed one of the ravens. Now, just ignore how many pumpkins I have. You don't need to worry about it. It's perfectly fine. So once you approach a raven, most of the time they're going to soar above you in a circle. Now, after they're done soaring, you can approach them. Now, I was having a little bit of trouble here because of all of said pumpkins, but once I pushed them out of there, I was able to gift this black raven the gingerbread house. I don't know why I wanted to give them the gingerbread house. I've given them a bunch of other different ones, and I was like, this one's cute. We'll do this one today. Now, I think I had actually fed most of these critters today, so not many of them are dropping bags for me, unfortunately. Oh, one thing I didn't mention is for the ravens, you should probably cook more than one 5-star meal, just that way you can catch however many are going to be up there on that specific day. My next stop is going to be to head back down into the plaza. I'm so sorry, little squirrel. I don't know how long you were locked up in there. Just ignore that I have a random fenced area. You don't need to worry about that at all. But you're going to go ahead and gift the squirrel the peanuts. The squirrels are very easy to approach. Like, they're one of the easiest ones to approach. Oh, and look, now I can have him follow me around. The classic little squirrel. Now, if you don't know how to change your companion, all you have to do is open up your wardrobe and go to the companions tab, and then you can choose whichever one you want. I'm going to go ahead and just have the classic squirrel follow me around for the rest of this. Maybe. I can't remember. Yep, the classic squirrel. I chose my new little friend. After befriending the super cute squirrel, I head down into the peaceful meadow to try to befriend one of the rabbits. Now, these suckers made me run around and chase them for a good little bit, but finally I was able to approach them, and I gave this little cutie a carrot, even though at this point I don't think that it really deserved it. But it did give me a little gem, which is nice. But like I said, I do think that I may have fed them all before doing this. I honestly, I can't remember at this point. My next stop was going down to Dazzle Beach to feed one of the turtles. Now, I decided to check my collection, and I saw that I hadn't gotten the white turtle yet as a companion, but it was available today. So I ran around for a little bit trying to find the little sucker, and I ended up finding the white sea turtle on the little island over here. So, now, the sea turtles, they're really shy. So even when you approach them really slowly, they are going to pull their heads into their, what's it called? Shell. But as soon as they pop out, you're going to be able to approach them. So they're a little shy, but they're not as difficult as some of the other animals. Some of the other animals are very difficult. We'll get into that part next. We're coming down to the wire, and I've kind of gotten all the easy ones. So he's not my friend yet, at least not in the recording of this video, but I do believe I go back and feed the little guy again the next day, and I do believe he's my friend now. The next critter I decided to befriend was the crocodile. So these little guys will run and run and run, and no matter how much you chase them, they're not gonna stop. So eventually, I end up catching him on the little island here where Mother Gothel's house is. Now, once I spot him, you want to watch their heads very closely. It's kind of like a game of red light, green light. You're going to want to stop when their head's up and go when their heads are down. And eventually, you'll be able to get close enough to go up and greet them. They're kind of... It's really cute the way they just kind of plop down and let you say hello to them. I think it's so cute. So actually, another thing that I forgot about was they can actually drop orbs. So that's a really neat aspect as well. If you're looking for some puzzle pieces, it's a really good way to get those as well. Next, we're up in the Forest of Valor to feed one of the raccoons. So this is going to be another game of red light, green light. And this one's actually, I find them to be even more difficult than the crocodiles just because they will see you anywhere. Like, I don't know how they do it. Oh, but I do find one pretty easily. I was watching the red one, but I didn't see this little guy. And so I begin my game of red light, green light. And like I said, they are much more difficult to approach, but they're so cute. When you finally get up to approach them, they just kind of sit on the ground, and it's just adorable. See how they sit? Like, I can't stand it. They are just entirely too cute. I used to have ferrets, so I have a really big soft spot for raccoons in this game. They're just so cute. Last but not least on our list are the foxes up in the Frosted Heights. Now, I really don't know if there's a special way to approach these things, but as you can see there, he just came up to me just to kind of mess with me and then ran off. I decided to chase the white one today, and I haven't figured out. It's not like a game of red light, green light. I've tried playing that, but eventually they just kind of let you approach them. I'm not sure exactly why or how, but I finally approach this little white fox and I go ahead and give them the white sturgeon, and I do get a little Dreamlight crystal out of it. So I'm very happy with that. You always need the Dreamlight crystals. So thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please be sure to like and subscribe and comment down below any other video ideas you would like to see from me. I'm trying really hard to stay semi-consistent with things as I come back to making videos. So thank you again so much for being here, and I will see you in the next one. Bye, everybody.